Hello, guys. We're back. Week 5 already is over, and of course, we're bringing to you the game reviews, the most creative set, the trades, the KO leaderboard, and the standings. I'm not alone. I'm joined by my beautiful co hosts.
You said beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm
Uh,
maracujavgc, and I'm super happy to be here. We are more than halfway through of our season, so I'm looking forward to see how the tables and the standings are shaped. But we are also joined, of course, by
Hello, I'm TeaBiscuit. I am the non-Swiss person on the show,
right.
and I have run out of fun facts.
Well, fun fact,
I
it's
do have a
almost
fun
night
fact.
for us, and it just
Oh,
got day for you.
I have
yeah, it
another fun
is.
fact, just
Oh,
to
you have a fun fact?
add
Stealing my
insult
gimmick.
to injury for our boy Kevin. If you do get infestations, if the Pokemon that infestation you dies, you can switch out and you don't have to lose your Mega right away.
That's a
I
fun
That's a bit of
didn't.
fact.
foreshadowing. I mean,
That's
it
a
was
fun
fun for
fact, yeah.
me. Yeah.
Also,
Brush up on your fundamentals.
a new meme is also born this week on the Discord, which is amazing.
Yes.
And that was
Yes.
Hey,
you.
it's okay. You weren't the only person who crashed out because of a double miss this week.
But I'm on video though.
Yeah, it's just that you filmed yourself doing it. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but don't worry, I crashed out the same way, and as well.
Okay, guys,
Yep.
let's get started with the first game. That will be the
Which
Surfing
Mm,
was
Azus. This is
yeah,
tiramisu.
yeah. So we start this week with a little bit of controversy because this game we had a disconnect. It did go to 3 games, and it's honestly a shame that we had the disconnect because games 1 and 2. So the disconnect happened in game 3, but games 1 and 2 were great. And it looked like game 3 was shaping up to be a great game as well, but sadly I think it was Nikita disconnected,
yes, correct.
and because of that, things went wrong. I'm not entirely sure if the result would have been different had the disconnect not occurred. I think it may or may not have been. It would depend on how well each of them played, but I think with the disconnect, it is unfortunately a bit of a marred game. But in game 1, Nikita was very good at just like taking control, doing what he needed to do to win. But then we saw game 2. Honestly, I think the MVP for the Tiramisu Cafe so far this season, that's Superior, just getting to do what it wants to do, just spamming Leaf Storm, just getting those boosts, becoming this terrifying boost sweeper. And then, of course, game 3, we had that unfortunate disconnect, and Tiramisu ended up taking the game.
That's right. Yeah, I think it was uh, an interesting set to say the least. It was like two creative team builders going at each other, and sad to see that it had to end the way that it did. Um, I do think that if there was not the Draco lock due to the auto lock in the game would be over because Hydreigon was always faster and could always threaten the Oko on Overquill, but that's a story for another day. I think the disconnect ruling is the right thing that we did because there are the tools to just reconnect built in game. Um, with that being said, if you do disconnect, just try to talk to your opponent. We are all friends here, and I'm
Yeah.
sure there are other ways to go about it in the future.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
controversy
it's
is always good for engagement, so
always good for
Right.
engagement. But yeah, I think if you do have a disconnect in the future, say it immediately. And
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I can say for certain for myself, and I'm sure for everyone else, we don't want disconnects to happen. Like, to me, if you're playing against me and you have a disconnect, I'll happily just go like, cool. one of us forfeit that game and we just replay it. Because I
Yeah,
think that's, I'd rather have a good match than be like, oh, I won, but my opponent disconnected. Like, that's,
yeah,
you know,
completely agree. Completely agree. I mean, if it's one Pokemon versus four, I happily give you the win if I disconnect,
yeah, obviously it's
stuff like
context
that.
dependent, but
But
like,
yeah, of course, yeah. Just talk to your opponent. We're all friends here, and we can find
yeah,
solutions.
yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let's jump into the next game. That would be the Sungalner Salunas versus the Motor City Mux. What went down there?
Some good Pokemon. Some good ideas from the Mux. Scarf Ape to punish a potential Blastoise lead. Farik for Trick Room, super nice. But as always, Faruk just knows exactly when he has to apply pressure and when he has to play more passively. And I mean, basically, he had a dead turn on turn one. He didn't accomplish anything. And all he needed was just to switch into Blastoise turn two and Trevenant get the Will-O-Wisp buff on Annihilate. And they were in such a good position because they just needed to get some chip on the board, and the Mux couldn't do anything. They had to switch out, but they didn't want to take like a Dark Pulse or a Water Spout, so it was a very well forced passive board state for the Motor City Mux. And I mean, it helped a lot that Trevenant ate like the citrus berry like 75 or 85% of the time. And I think the game deciding turn was when Sylveon decided to go for a Draining Kiss instead of Hyper Voice, because Hyper Voice would have picked up a 42% Trevenant at this point. But with the Leech Seed recovery and the Harvest and Citrus Berry, it was just out of range again in the next turn. And with that, the game was over. It was very, very fine margins though, game one. It was well played on both sides. I think it was nearly went to time. It was like 15 minutes or whatever. It was such a long game, and
Yeah.
also a bit of luck. And game two was not so good, to be completely frank. I mean, as I said, not knowing that infestation ends when Revipol dies was a big misplay because Kevin just let Mega Cameron die when a switch out would have been so much better. And I think that turn was just a turn where he lost the game on the spot. And of course, the water spout crit on, I believe it was turn one or turn two, just sealed the fate because Abe would have been able to live at least two water spouts. But with the crit, it would have gone down to another one. So there was not much they were able to do. So yeah, this is just a wake-up call and a reminder to all of you guys out there. Brush up and read up on your fundamentals and all those kind of interactions. Because I also got taught a lesson for my week 6. I was told that with no guard, Zap Cannon does even affect what's it called? Phantom Force Pokemon. I didn't know that. That
Yeah.
if it is Phantom Forced away, I could have
Yeah.
Zap Cannoned it. I didn't know that. So I too have to brush up on my fundamentals. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, these
And
interactions
I,
keep coming. There's always some weird interaction. Like every week, I'm learning something new. It's crazy.
yeah. I'm really sad I wanted to show off an interaction in week 2, but I didn't get a chance to. Mostly because Happy didn't bring Psychic Terrain, but Psychic Terrain doesn't protect Pokemon that are not touching the ground.
Right.
I was hoping to be able to fake out his Staraptor in Psychic Terrain, but he didn't even bring it, so it was like, oh man. I
That
wanted
would
to
have
show
been
off that
cool.
cool interaction that I know about that
Yeah.
probably won me a few games when I've been playing Psychic Terrain teams, but yeah.
Right.
I think
Right.
really what this showed to me is Farouk, week 1 was a fluke. All right? That's this guy, absolute top threat, and I don't know how I beat him.
You almost didn't in the last turn.
Oh no, yeah, I nearly threw.
Yeah.
uh, that was.
Oh.
I remember where I watched that game. That was so intense in the end. It's still with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also remember it like it was yesterday. If I go for display, that's good. Oh no, wait, I just misplayed.
Yeah.
That
That's
that
me.
I,
Blastoise staying asleep, man. What a,
Mm.
what a nail biter.
Right.
Yeah.
We continue with the Gambit Kings versus the Galician
Oh,
Megas.
yes.
And that was an actual banger set because, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone, the queen of the format got KO'd for the first time. Can you believe that? It's week 5. I mean, Floette was just on a LeBron James level run. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
just claiming KOs, never getting KO'd. It was insane. And game 1 was actually just Groundhog Day again. Ruby just knows how to play balance, and if you haven't checked it out, it's an amazing set because he did live commentary and turn by turn insights on his plays, and it's really amazing and helpful for anyone who is interested in learning the protect the queen balance style of Pokemon. And turn 2, close combat took up Mega Kang, and after Medicham had to eat like half of its health by a fake out, which is insane to me. That just Mega Kang just does so much damage with fake out. And yeah, I think the deciding turn was that Jono decided to protect on turn 1 of Trick Room with the King Gambit, and Mimikyu went down, and yeah, with the next solid fundamental play, just protect Will-O-Wisp, and Gambit was a non-factor, and Ruby actually made Jonas Trick Room play in his hand and play for him because Aerodactyl, as the last mon, just was faster than everything. And game 2 was a brilliant adaptation, knowing like how much that nothing can really threaten my low tick. So it's just double coil on the first 2 turns and then just muddy water, and it won the set. It was fantastic to watch. And game 3 is just, I think it just proves that sometimes all you need is the deciding crit happening on the deciding turn on the mon that you need, and in the right spot, because the adaptation from Ruby was picture perfect. Leading Floette, going for Calm Mind turn 1 because it was surefire, just protect your coil and Trick Room. Very well played. And then just getting Play Rough crit down to 13 HP was just brutal because he had nothing from that point onward. He didn't have the health to switch around and just didn't have enough resources to combat the Trick Room. And Mimikyu just swept. It is a super fun set to watch, and I think Ruby's commentary adds a lot to that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to mention, this is what the second time this league we've seen Fake Out do like 50% to a mon.
Yeah.
And in fairness, it is from, like, both times are from, like, the 2 big normal type physical attackers, like Mega Lopunny and Mega Kangaskhan. But I just think it's funny that we've had 2 different sets where Fake Out has gotten 50%.
Yeah, watch out for next week when I'm playing it with my Raichu Y. That's also take half or more. 70%, I think, from Fake Out.
You guys want to know something about this game? I was very excited to like listen to the commentary by Ruby because he's been doing so well in the league, and that I still haven't had like proper time where I can just sit down and watch the whole thing. I still have not watched the whole game actually of this one, so I'm still looking forward to doing that.
You have to check it out. It's really, really nice gameplay. It's really high level gameplay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually watching the whole thing still. So, yeah, no, I'm sure it was great.
Yeah.
Shall we go move on?
Sure, yeah.
Let's check out what do we have next. We have the Graceland Greninjas versus the Capoeira Kickers, and this might be the fastest set we've had. Unfortunately, it was. We had an interesting lead. We had the I actually forgot the lead. I know it was Hisuian Arcanine and Delphox.
Hisuian Arcanine, Mega Delphox.
And we had the I have it on my tongue, I just can't say the Pokemon because it's too late in the evening.
Alolan Ninetales and Cleavor.
Cleavor! I could not call the name of that thing. Yes, Cleavor. And already super threatening board state in for the Graceland Greninjas, like Rock Slide, which just deals so much damage into those guys. And what happened was that the Graceland Greninja decided to switch in their Houndoom, and Maracuja already called it in the commentary. They are very threatened by Rock Slide, and that's exactly what happened. And the first move of the game
Yeah.
just almost claimed the double KO, and the Heat Wave then closed it out. So that was very unfortunate. So turn 1 already, we have 2 Pokemon swept, and then it was just a lone Ninetales. And I think it was the Arbok.
Arbok.
Yeah.
I've got the
And
stats open now so I can see them.
yeah, and that was just obviously then not enough to come back, like losing the Mega turn 1 and the second Pokemon. And game 2, it was pretty much the same. It was very nice played by David, calling the protect there, or like that they're gonna ignore the Mega Delphox, so the Heat Wave just closed it out, and it was just it was quite the massacre, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm really high on Staraptor recently. I think that thing is actually really cool. And
Yeah.
I think with some more Grimmsnarl and a little Ninetales stuff, and even utilizing the Arbok a bit more with Intimidating Glare, like there's some merit here. I think
Yeah.
Staraptor can make some noise in this draft still.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure. It
Yeah.
was a bit hard to watch, like how
Yeah.
fast it was over. And there were some plays that Happy could have made. Like I think it was game 2 where a protect glare into Delphox would have been pretty safe with the
Yeah, that would've been-
anti-psychic, with the psychic resist berry. And I think just team building wise, it's always super fun to see what Happy cooks and what Happy brings, because I
Yeah.
think it's always very good. It's just some just the plays sometimes just are a bit
Yeah.
unfortunate, like this the Houndoom switch in, and that it wasn't scarfed on Cleavor, because Scarf Cleavor would always outspeed.
Yeah.
It could lay spikes with Ceaseless, not Ceaseless Edge, with Stone Axe, and it's just it would have been so good to have it as a
Yeah.
lead and threaten a lot in the back. And yeah, I think the ideas are there, and it's just like bringing everything together, and they will win for sure.
Yeah. I mean, on the Mega Houndoom switch in, I can only assume that Happy assumed the Arcanine would play defensive and then was maybe hoping to switch in the Houndoom to get a Flash Fire boost from the incoming Heat Wave, but I think, when you see 2 Pokemon that are very threatened by Heat Wave and Rock Slide, you just click Heat Wave and Rock Slide. So,
Yeah,
I think it was a misplay, but I can understand the thinking behind it.
yeah, super fair. Yeah,
And yeah, I think if Arbok had been used a little more to use that glare, be more disruptive. Because I think that's like you look at what it can do. I think disruption is really what it can do well at. So I
yeah,
think using the Arbok along with like the Grimmsnarl to be they can be a very disruptive duo that can support that Mega Staraptor to be a real threat.
You can
yeah,
also play it really slow now with that combo. Fake out
Yeah.
Aurora Veil, you have Glare, Intimidate, and all these things.
Yeah, I
So
mean, Staraptor is a really good Pokemon if you're playing a slow team.
super fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
also, it's funny how, if I look at my games, I know I'm always advocating for build some jank, just have fun. But if I feel like I I feel like, or like it's showing that if I have my better rounds when I'm just playing standard sets, sadly enough. You know what I mean? Like sometimes
I
you cook
mean,
something with a very specific purpose and then it works great. But sometimes you catch yourself overcooking because you want to cook for the sake of it because it's draft and that's what we're here to do. But if
I
you
mean, there's a reason why the good sets are the good sets, and they're used
Yeah.
in VGC because they're just good.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
yeah. But yeah, I mean
Yeah.
I understand in both things. If you want to cook, go ahead. If you want to just run
Yeah,
some standard sets,
go all out. Yeah, by all means.
well, okay. With that, I'd
Yeah.
say we move on to game number 5.
Yes, this is our
Yeah.
Ooh,
game.
the caster
Yeah.
games.
A game where I was so upset with myself afterwards that me and Maracuja hopped in a call for like an
45
hour just to
minutes. Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about standard sets. I ran pretty much standard sets on all the Pokemon I actually ended up bringing, but you just played better than me. Is really all I can say. Is you played better than me. I made mistakes, and hey, what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, it is just looking at the team, I understood like that I have a very, very good matchup that is pretty much in my favor because I had like Sap Cannon. I knew that Como can be built like a raid boss type, and if you have such an advantage, just matchup wise, all you have to do basically is you either just try to trade effectively or you try to create a positive board state for you that forces your opponent's hands. So, and I knew that you were always good for leading sand in game one. So
Yeah,
I was locking in like fake out iron defense as a super uh,
yeah,
proactive play for me, and with that I just created a board state that made it impossible for you to play around, and with that I just forced your hand to do the switches or just let something die, and
yeah,
that was game one. And I think your adjustment in game two, bringing the faster fake out, was super nice. But as I just said, I just had to trade with Tyranitar because I knew with Pelipper I just have all the tools in the back that
yeah,
I need. And once I get the weather control or the speed control with the Tailwind in the end game, it's yeah, it's curtains. So I had all the tools, and I, there was not much I could do wrong. And adding insult to injuries, I just got everything right, especially in game one,
yeah,
where I called like everything with the high horsepower to switch into Pally with the white guard.
yeah.
And yeah, I just was on top of my game, and um, yeah, apologies that it had to be against you.
Nah, it's fine. I will say this. The one positive is I was playing in a tournament yesterday, and I had a match against Mega Raichu Y Pelipper, and I absolutely smoked him because I was playing a
Let's go.
Tyranitar Excadrill team in that tournament,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, I've played this matchup earlier in last week. I know what I'm doing now.
exactly. Yeah, cool.
So some positives came from it, but I do think it was a good game.
It was a
I
very good
think
game. Yeah,
obviously I was a little tilted because I think like the one turn that I actually clicked Rock Slide because I was like, I know like half of your Pokemon have Wide Guard, and I'm so scared to click Rock Slide. And I think
yeah,
the one turn I did, I was like, surely Pelipper goes for like Tailwind here to just secure that advantage, and that's the turn you click Wide Guard.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I was honestly a little annoyed with your trades because before this, I would have had a great matchup into you with the Mega Frostlass
Yeah, yeah, you
because
would have had.
Mega
Yeah,
Tyranitar has a great matchup into that, and then you got rid of the Frostlass, and I was like, oh god damn it! There
yeah,
goes my one good part. There
yeah,
goes my one good
yeah.
matchup in
I mean,
this.
I wouldn't have brought Frostlass anyways. So, and
Yeah,
I didn't bring D-Knight either.
yeah.
So, I think my Mega was Como in that game because I
Oh
just
yeah,
guaranteed with White Guard that Golden Go can touch it. I had Shadow Claw. I
yeah,
was like, your team is all physical, so I just need one Iron defense and it's
yeah,
untouchable. So yeah,
yeah. But I do think I made some good plays. I think you mentioned
definitely,
in the
yeah,
call afterwards the having what was it substitute on Goldango
yeah.
was
That was
very
super cool.
fun, and
No, I
I did
think you did.
see when watching your perspective of it, that did make you sweat a bit with the clicking
And
substitute.
not only a bit, yeah, I was like, what the hell is going on? No, because it just prolonged Golden Go for like 2 or 3 more turns,
Mm,
where I was like, yeah, I have it locked up, and then it just went for sub, and I was like, damn, how do I play around it? I need to, like, I always had to contain the threat of a possible Dazzling Gleam or a
mm,
possible Make It Rain, because those were the
yeah,
moves that really threatened my combo. So with it going
yeah,
for sub, I was just like, that's gonna be hard. It's just gonna be
yeah.
a nuisance. And I think you did, as I mentioned, I think you played it well. The
Mm,
only thing that I mean, game one, you just had to do something, and because the iron defense was just too threatening. And I think game two, if you just switched around the Tyranitar
mm,
on turn one, it would have been a completely different game. And I think
yeah,
that just by the way you brought it back to not go down a second 4-0, I think it was
yeah,
really well played.
yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. I was pretty certain I knew that like I couldn't touch Kommo very easily with Goldango because I was like I need to get rid of the wide guard Pokemon before I can start hitting Kommo
Yeah,
because I know for a fact it's going to be bulletproof. There's
yeah,
no reason for it to be soundproof, and I've seen it take sand chips, so
right.
I
Yeah,
know it's going to be bulletproof, so Shadow Ball can't touch it. But yeah, I couldn't get rid of the wide guard Pokemon, which meant that I didn't feel comfortable clicking Make It Rain because I was like, if I do, it's just absolutely going to be, you know.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all we have to say. Do you have any comments, Fievel?
I feel like you guys could go on for another half an hour talking about
Probably,
the
yeah.
game. Love when both sides are present to talk about the game.
Yeah.
No, I watched it, and obviously, yeah, I was sad. Turned to, I was, I was a bit
Mm,
sad, especially because I'm also playing Tyranitar right now. I also play Tyranitar, Excadrill,
mm,
Goldango. It's really fun. It's really cool.
yeah.
I mean, just a little note to that. Exca and T-Tar were the first months that I got to 100 win on champion, so I know how to play them. So I know
Yeah.
exactly how to play against them as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's
yeah,
the thing. If you're good at a team, you know how to play against it. So,
right.
But yeah, I feel like Maracuja is finding back into his usual form. He is the
yeah.
finalist
Yes,
of last
hopefully.
season. So,
Winner.
Yeah, winner from last season.
righty. Yeah, the winner. The winner. I don't know why I said finalist. I wanted to say
Mm,
champion. Ah, alrighty, guys. I think we're moving on.
Yes,
yeah.
nothing creative versus Fatality tea rooms.
Yeah. And oh my god, what? So, game one, there's, uh, you know, Runerigus getting a crit rock slide to knock out the Mega Charizard Y, and Incineroar taking out the Leafeon with Flare Blitz on like turn one or two, and then Trick Room gets set up, and all of a sudden Metagross and Clefable come in and start wrecking shop, taking out Incin, Runerigus, and Mega Mawile. Then Rotom Wash comes in, clicks Discharge a couple times, gets a crit, a full para, and like takes out Metagross and Clefable on its own. And it's like, I'm watching this thinking, what the hell is this game?
Absolute cinema.
Yeah. And, then game two, we see yet another crit rock slide onto the Mega Charizard. And yeah, then Mega Sceptile comes in and just starts picking everything apart. Just we see we saw the adjustment to Spiritomb and Tauros from the tier room, but wasn't enough because Mega Sceptile, Earth Power just wrecks Tauros, and then Energy Ball and Dragon Pulse just taking out Leafeon and Spiritomb. So yeah, it was just a very, I guess, game two was a very clinical display from the Nothing Creative, and game one was, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? Some games you are just not supposed to win or not supposed to
Yeah.
lose. Getting back-to-back rock slide crit, I think hurts even more than a rock slide flinch. And learning that it was like bold 32-32 Charizard, which would have always survived, which would have also
Yeah.
survived the non yeah it just feels bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure with it being so bulky that it would have been so slow on the trick room to get some
Yeah.
surprise kills. So
Mm.
shout outs to Robin. That just feels bad. I'm really
Yeah.
sad that you had to go through this, but man, it was fun
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah, it was so funny to watch, but oh my god, I feel bad.
Yeah, sometimes you feel dirty watching a game.
Mm.
Yep.
The Rotom that could in game.
I
game
wrote
one.
him that code, yeah.
Yeah.
The little
I mean,
washing
hey,
machine.
Rotom clicking discharge, it can certainly win you games. I mean, you just need that one para, and that can be huge.
Hey, too good to nerf paras.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
already.
if it makes me more pissed if I get full parrot or less. I think I just
Definitely
get
more.
pissed less,
Definitely
but
more.
I think it's
No, you just
more
gotta laugh
tilting
at
when
it.
it happens.
No, I'm pissed even more if it happens. I mean, if it's like direct
Yeah.
claw 50%, you're like, yeah, it's bound to happen. Direct claw 30% and I get slapped. Ooh, I'm
Yeah,
raging.
yeah. Diaclor is so much more tilting now that they've nerfed it. Because like Scarlet and Violet, it was just like I was expecting to get status to every time Diaclor hit, but now that
Yep.
it's only a 30% chance, it's like, oh, you bastard.
Yeah. How could you? How could you do this to me?
Yeah,
And
Yeah, I
then you rolled
remember
a
the
can't
other
three.
believe you.
day when I woke up, my first game, Sneasler, Dire Claws, my Torkoal crits it. I'm like, fine, okay, it still survived. And then it sleeps. I'm like, okay, you really, really hate my Torkoal. Ugh,
I'm
RNG.
sorry that
Yes.
happened.
RNG. It is
All
part of the
right.
game we love. I think it's
Let's
time
It
to
move
move
is.
on.
on to our last game. Yeah.
Oh
I will
Yeah.
boy.
take it away.
Well, thanks so much, Ruby, for recording this on your phone. Bit of a cursed screenshot, but it's fine. So
Yeah,
it was
it is
not
what it
fair
is.
playing the Roaring Moon Ravagers the week I start a new job as a class teacher. And let me know when you start a job as a class teacher. I'm sure you have resources and all the information you need, right? No, you have to walk around asking, gathering all your infos from left and right yourself, what you're supposed to do. It was a very busy week, and we played very early in the week too. It was a bit stressful. But that was our just excuses. I couldn't really prep much. I prepped a little bit, so I prepped some for Gengar. I was like, sure, yeah. Umbreon is kind of good into that because it can't get prankstered. It's kind of good in the Gengar. I was, because it was like the newest thing people play, scared of substitute Gengar for no reason. Or like, not for no reason, but I was kind of scared seeing sub Gengar. And so I prepped for that a little bit. I decided to go Umbreon over Raichu fast fake out because Umbreon has inner focus and I feel like it had good auto benefits. So that's why I didn't bring Raichu. And apparently Tenryu told me that the Raichu was one of the things that made him most pain in the builder when then I didn't bring him.
Yeah.
Classic me. And yeah, for the Mega Aggron, I just packed Storm Throw Machamp, which I thought was kind of cool. The fighting move that
Yeah.
always crits. So I had some stuff, but yeah, I mean, I was not prepared for the most crucial thing, apparently, which is the three little mice there that just completely wrecked me game. Oh wait, the score is actually wrong. It was 2-1. I took game one. I took game one. It brought Torkoal, Trick Room stuff, pretty basic things. And I was very lucky that he did not bring Prankster, Rain Dance,
Yeah.
Sableye. So I was actually able to sweep pretty convincingly in game 1, and I went in with a good feeling into game 2, and I just got absolutely smashed by that fast
Yeah.
mouse, outspeeding everything and one-shotting even my Mega, so I couldn't set anything up, and I was absolutely steamrolled both games. It was tricky. I couldn't really protect because then I would get encored, and yeah, it was really, really good positioning by the Roaring Moon Ravagers, just absolutely outplaying me, like discovering my weakness and just doing a great job. Absolutely rolled me with that mouse.
Yeah, I just want to say I was like watching the game and thinking, oh my god, Mousehold has a higher kill count than Mega Gardevoir.
Yeah. Yeah, Mousehold was scary.
Yeah. So you mentioned Stormthrow Machamp. Fun fact, I only learned that Stormthrow was a move that existed this week. Not because of your match, but because I played against a Stormthrow Annihilate on ladder and was like, what the fuck is this move?
Interesting. I don't really know why you
And
would
then
play
I looked
Stormthrow.
it up and went, oh.
I never
Yeah,
heard of
I have no
Stormthrow.
idea why. But yeah. I mean, yeah, I think just like the mouse hold, you know, the three little mice deciding you don't get to live anymore. It was kind of funny to watch. Just
Oh yeah.
like
I mean,
the
first
mouse hold going, no, you're dead.
first I was shook, and then I was like, honestly, I respect it, whatever. But he told me that he played Helping Hand too, specifically to really just get those Okos. I think even on my Aerodactyl. So like
That's cool.
really, really crazy stuff. And
And
thinking back, I probably also could have even played fast mode. Like also my Gardevoir could have been really fast instead. Maybe try to set up Tailwind with Fake Out from Raichu. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? Sometimes you just get got. And
yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Rocky Helmet.
hell
I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah. Can't wait for that to come back.
Yeah, GG. All right, guys. That was all the games. Let's see who won most creative sets. And it turns out we have a tie. We have the
Again.
Sangallen Ursalunas with the Trevenant, Harvest, and we have the Sleepy Cubones Como winning most creative sets.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I just love Harvest, and yeah, I just think
it's
it's
a fun
funny,
ability.
like staying alive. It's just something satisfying about it. But Como definitely was super well positioned, really good prep, and was absolutely cooked. Yeah,
Yeah.
deserved.
Yeah, I mean, I can say from experience that was a very... It was basically the perfect Como set for the match. And I think Trevenant was just hilarious.
Yeah, I think the fun part about Trevenant is that it got Kevin twice in both seasons so far. With the Facade in prison
Yeah.
in season 1. So yeah, shout out Kevin. If I find a Trevenant plush, I'm a buy it for you.
I think the Facade in prison is still one of my absolute favorite sets. Like that's so funny.
That's genuinely like the funniest thing I've seen in terms of like a set. But yeah, if I will be going to the Pokemon Center in Japan later in the year. If I find a Trevenant plush, I'll figure out how to send it to you.
Yes.
All right. Guys, it's time to look at the trades, and let me tell you, it's a big boy. We're just gonna briefly go over it. We have the Surfing Asus dropping, what is that thing called? The organ Pokemon. I don't know. Okay, let's start with Morpeko and Moshana.
Moshana, yes.
Oh, there we go. Picking up
Okay,
Infernape. I'm actually a fake Pokemon fan, guys. I'm sorry. Picking up Infernape.
You could have just said the purple one.
And Odino. Odino, interesting. Surfing Asus, always scary
Yeah.
in them picking up a mon like that. Because I always feel like there's something specific planned here.
Oh, it's going to be something stupid with Simple Beam, isn't it?
Simply in belly drum. Plus 12.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then we have the Roaring Moon Ravagers dropping. Yeah, I'm a fake Pokemon fan.
Hold on,
No, goodness, they're picking up White Ear.
Weird
that
ear,
was-
yes.
Yeah, they're picking up White Ear, and that's always. I think it's a pretty
And
cool pickup.
they dropped the other Psychic Mon, right?
Yes.
Hold on, let me find the
I don't have the
agents.
page in
Dropped
front of me.
Reuniclus.
Yes.
Picked up Weird Ear.
That's like the third Pokemon I can't name today. What is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have the Graceland Greninjas dropping Hisuian Typhlosion and picking up Dragapult. So a little
Yeah.
ghost exchange there. Dragapult is a Pokemon I was actually also considering picking up. I think it would have been really cool. Because I don't actually have a ghost type. But no. I didn't actually end up doing it, and they go to the Graceland Greninjas. I think Dragapult is always able to do something. It's a bit lacking in items that make it good currently. I mean, it has Life Orb,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Hey, just run Reflect Light Screen, Dragon Darts, and Phantom Force or Will-O-Wisp, and you're good.
Yeah.
Just the speed is nice, and it was exactly the right thing that Happy needed for their team, because I prepped really early, and I was like, oh yeah, Teflosion is a non-factor here, and I just calc Shadow Ball, and then like yesterday I checked the traits and I was like, oh shit, there's a Dragapult, what the fuck am I doing here? And I just had to adjust a few calcs, but Dragapult really put in some work. Let me tell you that much.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then we have the Gambit Kings dropping the whole roster. Seems like we have dropping Mega Meganium, Aerodactyl, Luxray, Earthworm, and picking up Paldean Taurus, Rotom Frost, Serena, and most important of all, Mega Frostlass changing teams.
Yeah.
Super happy for them. Frostless is a
Yeah.
fraud. Don't come at me that I told you so. Frostless didn't do shit at all. If you can make it work, all power to you.
There's your nickname
Yeah.
when you play against
Next
Yon-
week, yeah.
Fraudsless.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your nickname.
Frostless.
Yeah. I feel like we need to mention with the Tauros, it is specifically combat breed Tauros.
Yeah.
The pure fighting one, not
Yes.
Aqua.
And then we have the Motor City Max dropping Araquanid, picking up Vanilluxe, Pokemon I think is really cool.
Getting a weather setter on the team.
Weather
Always nice, yeah.
Setter, Fast Icy Wind, Freeze Dry is a really useful move.
Yeah, I mean, what's the set people use on ladder? Scarf, Blizzard
Yeah.
with
Exactly.
it. You know? Very fast, sets up the snow, just spams Blizzard.
Hey, maybe you can spam Sheer Cold. You never know.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Who would do that? Who would
Who would
sheer
do
cold? Foreshadowing.
Who would do that?
And then we have the Sangalner Salunas dropping Embor and the Dragapult. That, of course, happened before Graceland Greninjas picked it up. Yeah, we're all smart. We could figure that out.
Rest in peace, Embor. I remember the set where it lived with 1 HP.
Ooh,
yeah.
I remember. That was early on, too.
Yeah.
And we have
Yeah,
Golurk
it was...
and Blaziken base form.
That's cool.
Speed boost,
Golurk.
always cool.
A very fun Pokemon. Base Golurk has no guard dynamic punch, which is a fun combination. Thank God Fissure was only a thing it got in ZA where it doesn't have abilities because, oh my god,
Yeah, but
if
same
it
for
got
Machamp.
Fissure in Champions...
Machamp also
That
had
would be
Fissure.
cool.
Yeah, Machamp had Fissure before abilities were a thing, and as soon as abilities became a thing in Gen 3, it lost Fissure.
Yeah. So a lot of trades happened, and it's gonna refresh the the pool a little bit, which is exciting looking forward because there's still 3. What? That was week 5. 3 more weeks.
Still got 3 weeks.
Okay. And let's have a look at the standings because it's actually very exciting. It is extremely tight. Somehow I'm still in 3rd. But look.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go across the board. We have in 1st place. New leader of the board is the St. Gallen Arsalunas.
Hey.
And you beat them. So.
Yeah. Like I said, week 1 was a fluke.
Yeah. 2nd place, we have Ruby dropping from 1st to 2nd. And 3rd place, somehow me. I don't know. I checked it this morning and I'm like, wait, what? I'm still 3rd. Magically.
Yeah.
Crazy tight. Then we have the Fatalja tea rooms in 4th, Sep in 5th, and the surfing houses in 6th. So that would be our top cut at the moment. But it is really, really tight. And honestly, anything can still happen if you look at the board.
Yeah. So I think, anything could happen. Well, almost anything. I don't think I'm going to end up on top of the board. But who knows?
Knows.
Let's have a look at the Pokemon leaderboard. She died twice this week,
She died twice
but
this
it did
week.
not matter much. She's still on
Yeah.
top. Ruby is protecting the queen, and she's rewarding him with kills.
Yeah, and from my side, Como with a 6-0 this week is just scratching a top 10, which is nice. And the rest is more of the same. Like we know,
More of the
Mimikyu is up
same,
there, Blastoise is up there. They all
Mimikyu
had
on
good
7th.
showing. Delphox with a 12-3 is also pretty good.
Yeah. Zard Y still on Fraud Watch, as he has been the whole season.
Just because he got crit twice.
Yeah. Sorry, Robin. It was just getting crit, but it's like seeing it, 15 rather than 1 as it is, on like ladder. It's just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
currently dominating, so I'm gonna call it a fraud.
Super fair.
Alrighty, let's have a look at the schedule next week. It will be the first game. David versus Verrückt. The maracujavgc versus Happy. And that game already happened.
That game happened, yes.
Spoiler, it's already happened, and
We have Robin versus Nikita. We have Sensatio versus Sep. Tenryu
Ooh, that's
versus
hype.
Ruby.
Ooh, that's hype.
Yes.
Caster battle, Fievel versus TeaBiscuit. I'm looking forward to that.
woo.
Caster battle. And
Yeah.
Yono versus Terra Mizu. So definitely some highlights this week.
So will be fun. We'll get yet another. We'll get next week. 2 casters talking about their match yet again.
Hell yeah.
So that's funny. I do like that we all get to face each other at least once.
That's
I
pretty
think
cool.
that's good for the content.
I'm very happy I'm not facing Ruby ever. At least not in the regular
Same.
Yeah.
season. So that's pretty chill.
Me too.
Yeah. As much as I'm sad that I got absolutely thumped by Ruby, I will say thank you for the time that you said you were available to play Ruby. You saved me from going and doing the busiest night all year at my work. They were like, "Oh, would you be able to come in tomorrow night?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I've got stuff planned." And then I was on the next night after, because I played Friday night against Ruby, and then I came in the Saturday night, and they were like, "Oh my god, last night was so busy." So thank you, Ruby, for saving me from the busiest night all year.
Okay, guys. And with that, I think that wraps it up. See you guys next week.
Yeah.
And happy brewing.
Yeah.
Happy brewing, kids.
See ya.
Bye.